Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is George, and this is
Susie.
And together we are the I Know Right
podcast.
Yes, and it's been a very, very, very long time.
It's not been that long.
Well, we've taken longer breaks, I feel.
For sure.
But it feels like a long time, you know?
You know what I'm going to say right now? You have a really good voice for coaching.
You know what? No, Susie, don't start. Susie's trying to get me into, like, lock me up into
I feel
doing
like
something here.
Personality's a lot of it.
I've always, so growing up, I wanted to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked, like, the idea of, like, kind of teaching and kind of, like, making it simple for people, stuff like that. I feel like a lot of teachers, like, a good teacher could make a fucking difference, like, crazy.
For sure. I've had some good teachers.
Yeah, and I feel like when I was growing up, I just had shitty teachers. Like, I feel like I was really smart, but I feel like no teacher would, like, really try to tap into that, And, like, when you did have a teacher that would tap into it, like, it was amazing, you know what I mean? Like, Miss Lunsford, Mr. Hogue, when you had those teachers, they just, like, bring you on a different level. So, but yeah, so.
That's cool. Maybe you can do it. You never know.
I mean, I've been wanting to get my L1 and messing around with it. But we'll see how I'm terrible in like public speaking.
I feel like you're so good at it.
Well, I mean, once I know people, but like if I'm in front trying to teach people, I don't know.
but you just have to think about it like you're talking to friends.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyway, I don't know. You just sounded good right now. So a lot has changed in those 6 weeks. George has a tattoo.
Yeah, I got a big old tattoo.
I love it. I think that finally has a good tattoo.
Oh, wow. That's so bogus as fuck. That's messed up.
It's a really nice tattoo, and I like it. It definitely has inspired me. I definitely want more tattoos. I'll probably just wait, though, till summer passes, because I hate that you can't get it wet, and you can't sweat, and you can't all that stuff. So
yeah,
I'll probably wait till the fall. But, yeah, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
The last one I got was May of last year. The one on my spine.
You've gotten more recently over time, though. Like your nopal and then the back flower. And then
yeah, I've gotten more recently as my mom's been able to see less and less. Oh my God, the other day my niece's boyfriend was over and my mom always comes out and he's like, hey, like, is that new? And I'm like, what?
Oh,
and
no,
he was like,
he did not.
He's like, right there on your arm. And so my mom, like, she's so good with her other senses, she's like, what? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I've been had that mark, like this birthmark, But yeah, so my mom would be upset if she knew. It doesn't matter that I'm almost 40. She'd be upset.
So, for reference, the back tattoo is a what?
It's a marigold, a cempasúchil.
Yeah, it's super dope.
Oh my God! And so he got a new tattoo, and I have new kittens.
Before we go into the kittens,
okay.
What's the idea for the next tattoo?
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, there's two things that I want. Number one is I want a huichol deer, un venado azul, and I would like that to be like embroidery style, like Mexican style, and I'm gonna see if that's gonna be able to be done. I think I would get that like on my bicep. You said that was painful, right?
No, not too bad. I mean, it just depends on how long, like shadowing and already, but like like mine took forever, 8 hours. You know what I mean? So 8.5 hours.
Yeah.
So.
God, I would die, George. I could not. Like all of my sessions have been 2.5 hours, and I'm done after an hour and a half. Like that's my pain threshold. Like I can't.
No, yeah, it took a lot out of me, but yeah, I mean, I had to do it because he was a guest artist. Yeah. He was flying. I got it on a Friday. He was flying out Saturday morning. So and it was his last spot open, and I was like, I've been trying to get into that tattoo shop forever, and I was like, I'm just gonna fucking do it. So yeah, from 11 to like 8, it was 11 to 8 p.m. So it was 8:30 around there. So
does Stephanie want more tattoos?
Yeah, Stephanie wants one for the girls. So the tattoo I got is a representation from all the family. So elephant for Stephanie, the flowers for Dahlia, the emerald and the moon for Esme. So yeah, but she wants to get something for the girls. So yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, her tattoos are all kind of like everywhere, all over the place. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's not like
a theme.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
My themes, all of my stuff's organic. So I have like butterflies, flowers, the cactus, all that stuff. So yeah, a deer would be my first animal, and I think it'd just be the deer head. But the other plan is to kind of get like a bunch of like Mexican things on my arm and like bring that together to be basically almost like a half sleeve, whatever. So definitely like a guayaba, thinking like corn, stuff like that. So the cactus would be the main attraction, but everything else would be around my arm. And I just die thinking of that. I do. I don't think like I really show that I'm a baby at the tattoo thing, but I'm dying. I'll be like, I make sounds, all that. Like
really,
I think it's more painful than when I gave birth.
Yeah, and then yours are all colored too, so there's always like there's like a lot of different shading on there, so it's like just going over
and different
color,
guns,
making it going
and different needle like size, and I die. I do it to myself though.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I have kittens.
Yeah, kittens.
Well, not me. They're Presley's, but they're our children. I gave birth to them.
She gave birth to them, supposedly. I gave birth to these kittens. I was like, what?
So they have Aztec names, Xochitl and Tenoch. So I'm excited.
Which I asked her during class when she told us this, and Presley had no say in it, whatever.
Okay, so I talked to Presley, and he's like, I came up with Xochitl's name. Does that even sound like something he'd make up, George?
Probably not, no.
No, he says that he suggested it. Whatever. We'll just give it to him. But anyways, they have Aztec names. They're pretty sweet. It's been a long time since I've had like a baby anything. And they're baby cats, so they require a lot of attention right now.
Yeah, and before we move it forward, she was irked how Presley would say Xochitl, yeah.
He still says it. He says so.
He says so.
Okay, so when names, I feel like I'm that girl Xochitl that Aaron was talking about. Yeah. With names that start with that X sound, right? It's not like a Z. It's a K. It's almost like a KS, right? So he'll be like Zoe, like short for Xochitl, but it's Xochitl. Yeah.
Xochitl.
So it's not Zoe, but yeah, he's still calling her that. And honestly, at this point, we're not even calling them that. We're like, Princess, Papas, come here, baby. Wait till we have to really be more consistent with calling them their names. So you have a new tattoo. And
wait, how's it going with kittens? Like, what's it, like? Dude, it's crazy. Like, Presley has skipped the fucking gym because of this shit, and then Susie goes. I never remember Susie going home. Like during the day. And she's like, I'm not at the gym right now. And I was like, what the fuck? Where are you at? She's like, I had to come see the kittens.
Yeah, I have to make sure they're okay.
What do you mean okay? The kittens are like the most self-sufficient like animal out there.
Sure, but they're still babies. You have to make sure that they know that they're loved. Do they have enough food?
One of them's going to be a jerk, right?
No, hold on. So Presty went out of town for work. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep over even though you're not going to be there. I want to make sure the kids are okay. And they're starting to be way more playful. They're comfortable now. They're getting the lay of the land. And Presley has, blinds, And so there's, the cords.
Oh,
this girl, Xochitl, I'm like, no, Xochitl. No. I keep putting her down. Eventually, she freaking, got herself tangled. And it looked like she was committing suicide. She was hanging from the cord, but luckily one of her arms was through, so it wasn't all the pressure on the neck. She was like this, and I was like, if I wasn't here, she would have what if she got her arm out? She would have killed herself. I would have. Can you imagine the trauma I would have gone through? I would have closed down the gym. No way. So I was like, oh no, I have to for sure watch them now. But you know what's so funny? It's not funny, but it is funny. When she was hanging, I almost wanted to take a picture, but at the same time, I wanted to get her out of it quick. But I thought of that sound like, Stormy, you look like mommy, baby. Suicide's not funny, but, I do feel that way sometimes. My God. But, yeah.
She is your kitten.
Yeah, she's my kitten. She's for real my daughter. So, yeah, she has some sadness in there.
How many text messages do you get from Presley about the kids?
He's texting me. So, he didn't go to work today because he decided to call off.
Well, because he went on a trip, right? So how was he with that? Being away from them.
He was texting me all the time. We were FaceTiming. He wanted to know what they were doing, everything.
Are they like black cats, brown cats?
They're like stripes. They're like gray, like multicolored, like
okay,
mostly
but
gray.
Not
though.
Like the light gold ones, right? Like not like that. I don't like those kind of cats. Yeah.
Really? How come?
I don't know. I'm not like light gold. Like I'm like a gray nice one, or like a black and white one, or like a, but like the light like blondish ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
they're insignificant to you.
No, I just don't like them. I don't know.
That's so weird for you to say.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm not a kitten person or a cat person.
Are you an animal person? I don't think you are.
I'm a dog person, but like I would like to get a dog, but we've sworn off getting dogs. Well, we right because I had a dog, and then me and Stephanie,
Yeah.
So.
You guys have had some trauma.
We've had some trauma with dogs, so.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, things die.
No, they didn't die.
What happened?
Well, we gave 0 away.
Oh yeah.
So we gave 0 away because one.
I remember.
We lived in an apartment, and he was fucking shedding everywhere. We're about to have Dahlia, and Stephanie was having fed up. But she swears to God she is not. But me and my ex got them together, and I kept them. And I just felt like it was one of those things, and But yeah, anyways. But you know what? He's in a better life. He lives in a huge farm now. And
oh my God! Did you guys kill him?
No, no.
I feel like people say like, "Oh, he's in the farm now."
No,
he's so happy.
Nah. But he did. We saw him. The people we gave him to, they sent us pictures of how they adopted him, where they adopted him. They took him to. So how he got adopted was they took him to a Wolves game, like the hockey game, and they put him on the ice, and they said, "What are these dogs?" Yeah. So they had like 4 or 5 dogs. Like, these dogs are looking for homes, and somebody in the audience picked them, and then they sent us the picture. Like, this is the family that picked them, and they this is where they live. Not where they live, but this is how, So it was cool. So, but anyways, yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
if we were to buy a dog, buy an animal, it would definitely be a dog. It wouldn't be a cat. So.
It's hard though, because you guys still live in an apartment.
Yeah, we live in an apartment.
And you guys
2
have
kids
2
are
kids.
enough. I don't have time to take them out. Stephanie never had time to take them out. It was crazy. I was working all the time, and that was another thing too. You know what I mean? So. It was a lot of responsibility. So
it's so sad.
Yeah. So that's why kittens are nice for you guys.
Yeah.
Because kittens,
Well, Presley's allergic to dogs.
Oh, really? Like all dogs?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Annoying, right?
Dang, that's crazy.
That's weak genes. But yeah, he's allergic to dogs, which sucks because I love all animals, not just cats. Like, I love everything. And so I think eventually, I would want a dog. Like, he'll get over it. Like, Julian's allergic to dogs too, but he still has them.
Yeah. So what does that? So I get allergic to my sister's dog, but like that's after I stay a long time.
No, he feels it right away. He's able to tolerate it. Like, let's say we visit my sister and her dogs love Presley. He's able to tolerate it, but like he has to go home and shower and like get all that dander and stuff off.
No shit. Okay.
So I don't know. I think we can train his immune system.
What kind? Because the dog that you got now, it gives them. Really? Okay.
So like any dogs, and his mom has dogs. Like
his mom has a nice dog. It's really nice dogs.
All the dogs give him allergies.
So did he grow up with those dogs, or
these kids are his first pets.
Okay. So but the dogs that his mom has,
they're new.
Grow up with them? They're new. Okay.
They're like within the last year that she's gotten them.
Okay.
So it's kind of sad because he's never had pets. Like his dad wasn't into them, and his mom never got any. And so now with like his siblings, they have pets, and so it's time that he gets them.
So cool. That's awesome. Does he like being a
dad?
A dad, yeah.
He does. He's being a good cat dad. He is. He's a good cat dad.
How old are the kittens?
They're a little over. They're like 11. No, now they're like 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah, so they're a little bigger and they're cute. I hope they stay small forever.
I hope they don't get fat.
I hate fat cats.
Yeah, fat cats are the Garfield cats are terrible.
I feel so bad saying that. I feel like that's so against my, my
coaching
and my career. But like my daughter's, like who is the dad of these cats, he's fat. He is, and I cannot stand him. I can't. I just feel like he's all slow, and I'm just like when he was like after the mom, like I was so grossed out. I'm like, oh, he's so big on her. Like, ew, I just hated it. And
look at her face. If you could see
it's
this,
so
it'd be amazing.
sick. Like I see him now, and sometimes he like tries to come by me. And I'm like, so gross. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it's because you think about it. You feel like cats need to be agile.
Yeah.
Like climbing on shit
Nah,
and
he's not.
like predatory, like fucking like climbing under the grass and kind of like, you know, like they're gonna pounce on you and kill you or something. Like,
yeah,
they're like little lions, you know, little tigers.
Yeah, they are.
And then when you see a fat one, you're just like, that is
he does not care about being agile. Like, he does not care for it at all. And my daughters have another cat, and now that she has hit like her mark now, where she was super sweet before, and now she's so like, she's a predator. Like, she's just gray and small. And sometimes I'll see her and she's like on top of the bird cage. And she looks like a freaking gargoyle on top of that thing. Like, she's just like, so like, she's like ready now. She's like freaking a vampire from, whatchamacallit, that movie. What is it called?
I'm not sure.
I can't think. It left my mind. The vampire movie.
The one with Tom Cruise?
No, like the regular vampire movie. I have dementia.
It's not the Wild Boys or something like that?
No, you know the stupid one, the romantic one.
Oh, Twilight.
I was like trying to say Twisted. But anyways, yeah, so she's super predatory now. No, I hope the cats don't get fat. I do hope that they're lazy cats. And I hope they just chill. That's what I want.
How do you feel about them saying that cat? Well, I say them. I think they're the gatekeepers of hell. They say that.
No, so...
Or the Egyptians loved cats too, though.
So cats protect you. So let me tell you a story, okay? So this is... it's always good to have a cat at home, and I'll tell you why. Let's say there's a demon or like the devil is trying to come in, right? Cats are known as like the owners of the house, right? And like gatekeepers of the home, not of hell, but of home. And so what happens is the demon has to ask the cat for permission. And so the cat will be like, fine, but count all of my fur hairs. And as soon as like the demon or whatever is almost done counting, they'll turn or they'll yawn or something. So then they have to start all over. So they never really let bad presences in.
Oh, shit, I never heard about that. That's cool.
Yeah. So it is always nice to have cats. They can definitely tell when stuff's up. I think for other animals, it takes a little bit longer. But cats are nocturnal, honestly, and they really see all that stuff. So
I want to ask too that it just slipped my mind. Well, damn, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about So for instance, like, how long would it take for these kids to send something? Because we have talked about your sensitivity towards that energy being on high alert in Presley's home. How do these guys feel? Or they don't know yet because they're babies?
I don't know, actually. That's a really good question. So since the last time we talked about it, I feel like the presence has lessened. And I think it's because I've just kind of accepted it. Like, they're not doing anything bad, whoever this ghost is in Presley's home. But, like, if I am alone, I am scared. And I was afraid of that. This is the first time Presley and I have ever been apart, by the way. He was gone.
It was only a weekend.
He was gone from Thursday to Sunday. That was a long time. But I was scared. And so I was like, okay, like, this kind of sucks. Like, you know, I did feel stuff, but I think that I was trying my best to just be distracted by the kittens, you know, and I think that I definitely would not have stayed there if they're like by myself with no animals, you know. So I don't know. I don't feel like they have really motioned to anything or sensed anything. I think they're too small. And I also feel like this thing or things isn't really around right now.
You think he's kind of like chilled because he's like, damn, there's somebody here that can sense me now? And he's like, damn.
Maybe. I will tell you something that I find weird. I'm going to change the topic from the kittens.
What?
We can go back to them.
Here we go.
This is a theory that I have. So oftentimes, it hasn't happened in a while, but I have dreams at Presley's, and I wake up, and I'm sure this has happened to you, or you've seen it before, or heard about it before, but I wake up super mad at Presley, like, you cheated on me, you know, whatever. But I think I finally have realized that in my dreams, it's always the same scenario. Like, Presley's apartment looks the same, but opposite. And, like, Presley in my dreams is opposite. He's not like the Presley, you know, He's like the opposite of the Presley that we know.
Okay.
And like everyone in these dreams is opposite. It's like freaking opposite day.
Okay.
Like the road's opposite. Like let's say the road to come here from his home, it would be opposite. It's like I'm going that way. But anyways, I feel that when I'm in Presley's home, that I am tapping into an alternate universe Presley, or alternate universe period. I have talked about this with Julian the last few times, and I think that to me this makes sense. And I know this is going to sound so weird, but it's just every time this Presley acts the same and he's a jerk.
In the dream?
Yes.
In the dream. Okay.
But I'm telling you, it's every time. And whenever I come out of the room, because it's always, the dreams always start with me in the bedroom. Like something. And I open the bedroom and the apartment's the same, but opposite. Instead of kitchen here, hallway to living room here, it's hallway to living room here, kitchen here. It's the opposite. And it's every single time.
Yeah, okay.
And like, let's say you were in my dream, you'd be like now a serious person. You wouldn't be joking. Like, it's opposite. So I feel like I'm tapping into an alternate universe when I'm there.
Right. Like a multiverse.
Yes. I know this doesn't make sense, but I swear, I'm not crazy. I feel like this has happened. Like, Preston and I are together. It's already like 14 months. You know, it's been enough times where I finally have been like, you know what? Every single dream where I wake up mad at Presley, this was the dream.
So let me ask you, before you were with Presley, dreams were normal?
So I obviously have regular dreams. Some are good, some are bad, right? Some are scary, some are happy, whatever. Yeah. But I feel like they've never been so consistent. And I feel like these dreams are consistent. And I get mad at Presley, like, you did it again. And he'd be like, babe, it's not me, right? But it's like, it's so much like him. But at the same time, it's the opposite. He's a jerk. He's not considerate. He's obviously a cheater in my dreams. He like is super rude. And it's so weird. But it's every time.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't really bother me, or we would just laugh it off. But if it wasn't for the fact that the whole like scenario, the whole apartment, the whole street, like the gym, everything's opposite.
But just
when I sleep at Presley's.
Just as you sleep at Presley's.
Just when I sleep at Presley's. Like if I go home and I dream, the dream's like whatever, right? Like I just said, it could be a scary dream. It could be a happy dream. It could be a nightmare. It could be whatever. But at his, it's like the same style.
Right.
And it's an alternate universe. It has to be.
Right. Yeah. It's like if you enter.
It's like a wormhole or something.
Yeah, you're entering his that doorway.
So last night, like as I tell you, it's opposite day. My friend Paul, he's dead. Okay, my friend Paul, he was the IT guy at my previous job. We were all very close with Paul. He passed away in 2018, something like that. And he was like this bald, like so nerdy. You know, we loved him though. He was bald, glasses. He had 2 daughters, like whatever. I slept at Presley's and I saw Paul in my dream. I haven't dreamt Paul since he died. But this Paul had hair.
Okay.
And he wasn't wearing glasses. And instead of 2 daughters, he had 2 sons.
That's so weird, dude.
Right? So, like, I honestly get so afraid. So, you know what I've started to do? Oh, my God. I'm, like, letting you guys all in. Like, since, like, this happens so often, I wake up. And sometimes I wake up crying.
Yeah.
Because the dream is so traumatic. And it could be because either Presley was rude to me or I see something like that. Like, Paul. Like, where I'm like, hello? And he's like, he knows me. He recognizes me. But, like, he's him as the father of 2 sons. Like he's that person instead of the one that I knew, you know? And so sometimes, like, I'll wake up, like, crying, like, what the hell? So I literally now sleep where I'm almost, like, have a barricade.
She's laughing at herself.
So, like, imagine this is the bed and Presley's there. So this is my pillow. Then I have another pillow across like this. And I have another pillow across. And I sleep in the middle like this. I almost feel like protected on the sides, like nothing's going to get me.
I feel like like that's some moonlight night shit.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I hadn't been able to sleep until I set up my pillows like that. So Presley can't hug me, nothing. Like, we're like, Silbit. Like, that's your spot, and this little fort is my spot.
And have you ever seen, like, your pillows move or anything like that?
No, I haven't seen that.
You stay still like that?
I pretty much stay still, yeah. If I turn, it's not comfortable, so then I end up back like this.
Okay, so wait, let's... have you ever tried to sleep on his side of the bed?
Yes. So
and still same thing?
So hold on. So where I'm sleeping now, like the part closest to the wall, at first, like I couldn't sleep there. Like I couldn't sleep there, and I was like, I need to switch, right? And he was like, that's so weird. You know, I think like in April of last year or May of last year, he got a new bed.
Okay.
So at first, that's where I used to sleep. Like, let's say this is the wall. I used to sleep on this side, and he used to sleep on the side closest to the door. And once he switched beds, I was like, I can't sleep here. And so I switched to the other side. And he kind of hated that, but he was so considerate and nice because, you know, he likes sleeping on that side, like where George is. And when I don't sleep there, that's where he sleeps.
Yeah.
So when I come, I like take over his spot. But like I started having a lot of issues again, like with these dreams and all that stuff. And they were worse, like where I'd scream like waking up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And Presley would be like, what is wrong? And it'd be a bunch of stuff. It'd be like I was getting murdered. Someone came into the apartment, like everything. But it all revolves around Presley's apartment.
Okay.
Okay. That's like really like the location. And now with this fort thing, I sleep back over here and it's a little bit better. So I don't know.
That's so interesting. That's so weird. You know what you should do? You should sleep head first too. Like where your feet are at. Mm-hmm. See if that changes anything too. Because I feel like, okay, so let's say like you're... So the way I think about it is let's say you enter this domain. Mm-hmm. Right? You enter... You're in this world right now, mm-hmm. and then you enter Presley's home, and then that's just the gateway.
Yes, yes, you're getting what I'm saying.
I know, yes. So that's the gateway, though. So now you're just in this plane, right? Mm-hmm. So now you're just plane, but then when you go to sleep, that gets flipped over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is like if you're on one side of the bed, maybe it still gets flipped over this way. Mm-hmm. But if you put your head first this way, maybe it's gonna get flipped this way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And now maybe that's a different multiverse.
Absolutely.
Or a different version of this.
I totally get what you're saying.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe. So you're. Oh. So that's what I feel like. You're probably just. Scared. You're probably just.
I get so scared. I jumped. Oh my god. Hi, Greg.
So like you know what I mean? Like maybe like have you slept on the couch before? Like does that change anything?
I don't have nightmares there actually.
Okay. So yeah, maybe I think that's probably what it is. I think is you're probably entering this plane, and then when you go to sleep, it's putting you into this another dimension.
I think that's one of the reasons why I was like really like hopeful that he would be okay with getting kittens because of the story that I just told you.
Yeah.
But I also think that one of the issues, and he's tried to fix this before, is he has like one of those like full length mirrors.
Oh, dude, I told you I hate mirrors.
So I've had to tell him like cover it. Like I feel like I've seen stuff come out of that mirror.
Oh my god.
In my dreams.
I hate mirrors, guys. Just to tell you.
So Presley got a full length mirror probably around the same time that we switched beds.
Okay, so this is the bed. Mm-hmm. Right?
This is the bed.
I'm
this
Presley.
Is my spot. You're Presley.
That's the wall.
This is the wall.
Where's the mirror?
So the door's over there, like towards you. The mirror's over here.
The door's here?
The door's there.
Where the black cabinet's at?
Yes.
Okay.
And the mirror would be here.
Facing you guys or facing
the door?
So like this, like a pathway.
Yes, facing the door. So like, yes, exactly.
So like people could walk here.
Correct. So when I see, like when I've seen stuff, and this is stuff I really don't tell Presley because I'll be like, babe, he'll be like, no, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have that spirit, so he doesn't feel it, you know. But I swear in my dreams, I've seen like shadow people come out of the mirror and go straight down to like the living room or whatever. And sometimes like I'll hear stuff in the middle of the night and like whatever. So I've been like, you have to cover it. And for the most part, it is covered. But like I noticed, like, for example, last night when I had this dream, I have ADHD and depression. Okay. So for me to put my clothes away actually has been worse and worse over the last few months. It takes me a long time. So I'll just hang them on that mirror, you know. I'm not dressing up right now anyway, so it's not like we need it. And yesterday, since I put some stuff away, there's a slit. Like there's still like Presley's robe on this side and like one of his towels on the other side. So now there's a slit in the middle. So I think that maybe I dreamt Paul or whatever because there was some space in the mirror that was, you know, allowing passage or whatever.
Yeah. I think that's creepy because for me, I wouldn't want anything of my stuff on that mirror. Because I feel like something could be like, okay, this is...
Like we should just put a blanket there.
And your clothes is like a part of you, you know? Like this is something...
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, oh, this is getting interesting. So, okay, so let me... So, when you're in Presley's house, sleeping, have you ever... You dreamt of Paul.
Yes.
And have you dreamt about like me or somebody else?
Yes, you've been in my dreams.
Out of the apartment?
Yes, sometimes.
And then everything's opposite.
Correct.
So like
let's say when I walk out of Presley's apartment, everything's going like the cars are all going in that direction. Now they're going in that direction.
Right. But it's not. They're still going in like where they're supposed like driving wise.
Right. Like there's still rules of the road and all that. Right. You know what I mean? It's just opposite. And then in my dream I tell Presley like, this is wrong. This is not how it's supposed to be. And he's always like so mad at me. Like, yes, it is. Like, are you dumb? Like, Presley's super mean in my dreams. And he'll be like, yeah, he'll be like, are you dumb? Like, you've been here a million times. This is how it always is. And like,
dude, this is so cool. I think this is awesome. I think this is a great.
So, but this has been my plight for a year, yo. It's terrible.
Insane. Now, let me ask you, have you ever, so in my dreams, like, let's say if I'm doing something, I'm not seeing this point of view. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm seeing this point of view.
So you see, I'm doing something. You see the big picture. Got it.
So I'm like when I see myself like a video game. Like I see something like a camera up here, and I'm kind of just walking.
Yeah.
You know, I never see like
yourself.
This is me doing something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I never see that. I always see like a third person. Do you see that?
Yes, that's what I see.
Okay.
It's been like very rare where I see myself. Like
that's what I wanted to ask. Like, are you the same?
I'm the person driving this dream.
Yeah. So are you the same though?
I don't know.
So like when you meet Paul, are you still like that person or like?
But they all know who I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do they know? Because I mean, obviously they'll know who you are because
I'm me in this universe.
You're in your.
No, I don't know if I'm the same.
So like, have you ever looked in the mirror in your dream?
No. Oh my God, this is scary. I've never even thought of that. Yeah. I've never thought of doing that.
So like maybe in your dream you look in a mirror. Now I'm getting a little scared and skeptical because now I'm like, okay, so if everything's opposite, I want to see how you are. If you're the same, you know, like maybe you're blonde. Yeah. Maybe you're light skinned.
That was my first image right now when you were saying, are you the same? I'm like, am I blonde in there?
Yeah. So like maybe you're blonde. Maybe you're lighter. Maybe you're taller. You know, I don't know. But the thing now,
I'm still short.
But now the thing that's scaring me is like, what if you look into the mirror and then a mirror has
something else
in it? You know what I mean?
Did you ever watch the Twilight Zone? Did you ever watch the Twilight Zone?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've watched it before.
Over time, did you ever see the episode with the hospital with the girl? They don't let her see her face.
No.
Okay, so let me tell you guys the story really quick because this is what now I'm thinking about. So this lady, obviously the Twilight Zone's from like the 60s, right? This lady's getting surgery or she's coming out. She's all bandaged up. And everyone keeps coming in and she keeps saying like, I want to see my face. I want to see my face. And they're like, no, wait. Doctors come in. Nurses come in. And she's like, I want to see my face. Like, let me see my face. And then you see it from her point of view. They're taking off the bandages and they're like, no, like it didn't work, you know, whatever. And you're just like, oh my God, like what the fuck, you know, like whatever, you know. And like the nurses and doctors and everything, they're all just like so like concerned, like, oh, I can't believe this didn't work out, you know, etc. So she's like, let me see. And they give her a mirror finally, and now you can see her.
So you can see the mirror coming in.
Right. So first you see the mirror coming in, and then you see her. Like first you're her, right? Now you're no longer her. Now you're seeing her see herself. And she's normal. She's a normal looking lady.
It's like me looking at you.
Yeah, and she's normal. But then the nurses and the doctors take off their masks and they have pig noses.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you're just like, what the hell? And they're looking at her like, oh my God, like grotesque, you know?
Yeah.
And she's looking at them like, oh my God, like whatever. Yeah. And like Yeah.
And that's what you feel like you're gonna.
Yeah, I'm scared now. I'm like hella scared.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. It's a cool. I think it's a very cool concept, like that the mind is able to do that, because my mind can't. And that's why I feel like maybe you are entering like a different like universe or dimension,
or timeline,
like, or something, because the mind has to work so crazy to do that. Like how can you think that? You know, like I can't even fathom thinking about like this place being opposite. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I can't think of that. But then for you to be able to do that, but then think of all this other stuff, like Paul being with hair, the two boys, George being serious, Presley being mean. Like it's just crazy.
And I remember because his daughters were blonde haired and blue eyed, and I was like, Paul, like, what is this? Like, why do they look like this? And he was like, well, I have 2 sons. He's like, blonde hair, blue eyes. And I was just like, no, like you don't have 2 sons. And he's like, they're right here. They were like right there. I couldn't see them in my dream, but there was 2 little boys. And I was just like amazed that Paul had hair. And I thought that was so weird. But I text my niece because she knew Paul too. And I told her, like, I saw Paul, but he had 2 sons. And she's like, oh, maybe it was a different timeline. I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. She's like, in the reality where he's still alive or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so crazy.
But this is how my mind works. Do you see how, like, do you guys see what I mean? Like, all the stuff that I do? Like, my brain is constantly working. I'm tired. I'm really tired.
Yeah, because if your brain's doing that while you're trying to sleep, then that's not even sleeping.
And so, like, when I go to my home and have dreams, I never dream that. I never wake up in my home like, oh, my home's opposite. No, they're always regular, random. You know, like how you kind of relive your day when you go to sleep. Like, oh, George and I were talking about tattoos or something, right? Like, but no, I don't dream that at Presley's. I dream that at my home, and they're normal.
Wow.
So I've been just kind of like dealing with it. Yeah. So you say cover the mirror with an object we won't use.
Yeah, or something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a connection with you and your clothes or something like that. I don't know. Well, I mean, that's just my theory.
Because like now that I'm thinking, like I just imagine like Presley's apartment, and then like when you enter his room, it's like the circle, like freaking Doctor Strange. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's in there. That energy field is in there.
You know, like in my envisionment is the way that like not the circle, but I feel like when you lay in the bed. Like when you lay in the bed, like it kind of just you get up on the other side. You know, you get me?
Yeah.
So like if there was a camera like on this, like showing like the side bed, like the inside of the bed, like you guys laying on here, like you lay down here, but then you get up here. You get me?
Yeah.
Like and then like
I'm upside down.
Yeah, and like you get up on this dimension. And that's what I was like, man, that's crazy. That's the way I thought about it. Like
this would be my gift because like I cannot like space and time, like even like outer like that stuff freaks me out.
Yeah.
And like I hate this to think like, I mean, I think deep down inside we're all hopeful that when we pass, we don't really pass. Like we're somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. But like if you really think about it, it's so scary.
Yeah.
Like and so. Whenever people like send me like videos or YouTube or TikToks or whatever about this subject, I don't want to hear about it. Like I don't want to know because I just feel like it's so strange and so like it just means there's so many of I don't know. But I'm not saying it's not true, but I think the fact that I actually think it's true is why it's so scary to me.
No, yeah, I think I don't know. I just feel like I believe you.
Yeah.
Like I believe that there's things out there that you could like there's something like like an aura in his apartment or something that sends you into like a different realm or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where, like,
and it's so funny because I had been telling Julian these dreams for months and I'm like, stupid freaking Presley, you know, in my dream, blah, blah, blah. And I woke up and I was telling him off or I woke up crying or something. I was telling Julian these dreams. And so I was like, I think this is like alternate universe Presley.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'm in an alternate universe because I started to connect the dots. I'm like, the apartment always looks the same, but it's opposite. Like, he's the same, but opposite.
Yeah.
Everyone that I encounter, like, even his mom is different. Like, everything's different.
Yeah. So the hard thing is that, like...
And sometimes, actually, I can't leave the bedroom.
The weird thing, though, is because that, like, you remember all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People don't remember dreams.
Yeah.
People don't remember, like... the main things, you know?
Remember that movie, the one where it's about the aliens in Alaska? And people go to sleep and they kind of like, that's when the aliens come. Did you ever watch that movie?
No, I don't think so. I need to know the name of it.
I forget the name of it. I'll Google it. But it's basically like no one really knows what's happening because it's happening when they're sleeping.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it's aliens. Definitely not. But like that's basically the same premise. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm like vulnerable when I'm sleeping.
That's crazy. I would not want to go back to sleep there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is every time you sleep there?
Pretty much.
And you sleep there like what? Let's see how many times
The
a week?
weekend.
Just the weekend?
Yeah, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So that's happening
like at least
times a week?
Let's just say at least twice a week. But so that's like 8 times a month. It's a lot on me. Huh. I hate it.
Do you have, I wonder if you...
Let's say like Sundays we're having a lazy Sunday and we wake up and Prezi's like, stay in bed. And like I fall back asleep and he's like cleaning. Like that's the only time I feel safe.
When you're sleeping.
But he's awake.
Right. Huh. Is he always in your dreams?
Yes.
I wonder if there's like a connection between you guys both falling asleep together.
Yeah, maybe.
Dang, that's crazy. You know, and then Julian's a hard person to ask to because he has that. What does he have? Lucid dreams or what?
Yeah.
Or
he has garnered the strength to wake himself up.
Right.
Because he doesn't want to feel any strong emotions while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
Which is really fucked up.
What's it called?
Lucid dreaming.
Is it called lucid dreaming?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. So, dude. Oh man, I want to dig so much deeper into this.
I know. We need like a dream expert or like a I don't know, like a physics person. I don't know.
Yeah.
I freaking hate it.
Dude, you know what you should do? Like you should do like write something here and then see what it like.
Oh, like have a dream journal.
Yeah, like dream
and see
journal.
if I see it when I get up.
Or like ask yourself a question, like a question when you're in that dimension.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Well, I mean, I think you just need to be like if you ask like yourself, where am I at right now? Like, where am I at right now? What's going on right now? Like, I wonder like if your body and your mind would give you answers, you know, like if you're in that dimension, like you're like, where am I right now? You know, somebody tell me, or like your body would tell you like, or something like that. I don't know. I just think it's really crazy. I don't know. This turned into a crazy podcast. I didn't think it was going to turn into this.
Just welcome to my mind.
Damn. You know, your mind is very unique that if it could do that. That's crazy.
It's hard being me. Like, it legit is.
Yeah. So for you to think like that, especially when you're sleeping.
And Percy's always like, it's not me. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's you somewhere else. Yeah. He's like torturing me in this other universe. He has the control, not me.
Interesting. Well, that's it, guys. I don't know where to get off from that.
I'll keep you guys up posted.
Yeah, keep us updated. That'd be super cool. I would really want to.
What if I like disappear one day?
I like shit like that. I don't know. Or what? No, she wouldn't disappear. The thing that would happen was the you from over there would come back this way.
Oh my god, that is so.
So like
this person's weak. So you know that's not me.
Yeah. So like, or what if that's what we've been seeing? Like, what if you and her like come back and forth?
Oh my god, I want to like go like this. I'm scared like she's gonna reach underneath.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if like you guys kind of like
we
like Moonlight, like Moonlight, like you guys are fighting each other, but instead of Moonlight with reflections and like let me take over, it's like when you go to sleep, like okay, you know what, I'm gonna come back as you when you wake up. You know what I mean? Instead of like, have you seen Moonlight?
Yes. Have you ever watched Us?
No.
Okay, so Us, it's that Tyler Perry, but not Tyler Perry, whatever. I can't think. Jordan Peele.
Oh yeah, okay. No, I haven't seen it though. Yeah.
Basically, it's like you. Let's say you're you, right? But there's another you that can't talk, that lives like underneath.
I
so like
trailer.
let's say right now like we're on microphones, we're talking, like the us in like down there are like pretending to talk.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so creepy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine you go to sleep, and then you guys or at in Presley's house, you know. So it doesn't happen all the time. Mm-mm. It's just like, I'm gonna come back this weekend or this time. I'm gonna, you know, like, imagine if, and then that's the sad, super depressed Susie, or the happy, crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we switch off.
Yeah, like we switch off. Like, and I'm just thinking like, that's interesting. Like, I'm gonna ask you now, who am I talking to? Who am I talking to?
Patricia. Oh man.
Oh shit, dude. Oh man. All right, guys. Well,
I'll keep you guys posted. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see what's going on. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.
Bye.